kids, for some reason, used to call me Grandpa Shoes.
Wow.
My parents. Here's before.
Damn.
Now I'm gonna bully to my right.
I didn't.
Keep bullying.
We're not bullies, by the way.
Episode 3. What's up? How do you guys feel about this, baby?
Good. That's
Episode 3. All right, we made it. Our second episode without a guest. Really excited about this one. Most of these, I can't say that all of them, everything today at least, it's our first time trying these drinks. But usually, you know, every now and then we'll have one that one of us has tried already. Which is kind of weird because Ironbound is a very popular drink, and you'll see that some of the other drinks that we have today are very popular. But we're going to be completely real about it, and as soon as we try it, we're going to give our grades, our 1 to 10. The way our grading system kind of works is we try to go every 0.5, 1.5, 2, 2.5, all the way to 10. I'm really excited for today's lineup because today's lineup, we said, all three of us, is episode 3. Let's each of us bring a really good one, and we all brought it today. We all brought it. Two of us wanted to bring Strongbow. AJ already called Strongbow, so he brought Strongbow. I brought Ironbound. And what did you bring?
Angry Orchard.
Yeah, Angry Orchard Rosé.
Yep.
Angry Orchard Rosé.
So
Angry Orchard Rosé.
we have 2 rosé today.
2 rosés.
So-
This being one of them.
Yep.
Not on purpose.
Nope.
Nah,
we
kinda
didn't,
just-
But
Ended up that way.
yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do this. You guys ready?
Yep.
You guys want to open it?
All right.
Let's go. Cheers. Smells good.
Ooh,
Wow, that smells really good.
Oh wow.
I think I need a second wig of that. A second swig.
You definitely taste the pineapple on that.
It's definitely a hard cider.
Pineapple.
Pinelands? It's supposed to be pineapple, right?
Is it? No, I don't think
I
so.
don't
No?
think so.
No?
No. But I
It
get what
is?
you're saying
Kinda
with the
tastes like it.
pineapple. It's
Yeah.
got like a little bit of a, like it has like
It's
a.
got a tang of, or like, you know,
It's,
just
the acidity is kind of strong.
yeah.
I think
yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it. I'm gonna be the first. I'm gonna be the first to grade it. I think I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I like it, but it's not my favorite. But I do like it. I do like it. I mean, I think I oversold myself. I don't know. I've heard so many good things about Ironbound, and I'm sure that the whole lineup is really good. But I was expecting a little bit more, so I'm a little disappointed. I do like it. I do like it. It's just I don't love it. The honest opinion. What do you guys think?
I honestly think it's a little stronger. Got a little more kick to it. So like if you're in the mood for something like that, not something smoother like some of the ones we've had in the past, this is something for you. I feel like you have to be in a certain mood for it, but I feel like for myself, I'd say about 8.0.
Well, for me, I would say I don't hate it, but I don't love it at the same time. I would just say 5 for me.
5.
5.
You are Simon Cowell on the show anyway. He's like he's a hard critic.
5.
Yeah.
Yep, 5.
Yeah. The more I drink it, the more I like it.
It wears on you.
It wears on you. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's like hot outside,
It's an
I would
acquired
drink
taste.
Yeah.
When it's hot outside, yeah.
I could see it waking you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like a winter drinking, you know.
It's not on the smoother side, but it's still got a good taste to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says it has. So that's the taste that and you probably are referring to it as a pineapple.
Yeah.
It's the cranberries.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's
yeah.
got a warmth of white pepper in it.
Yeah.
But it's the cranberries that have that little
It
like
has cherries
The tanginess to it. Yeah.
that
Cherry,
acidity.
the acidity.
and grape skin.
Yeah. Oh really? Where do you see
Yeah.
that?
It's right
Cherry,
there.
cranberry, grape skin. Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said, I think you got to be in a mood for this bad
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
I like it. Don't love it, like you said as well. Yeah. So, we've had a lot of like comments, a lot of DMs, and a lot of like our personal friends that we kind of always reach out to, or just stuff on our Instagram polls that we put up, slash like questions. People like, we'll ask people what should we talk about on our show, so on and so forth. And one of the things that we all kind of could agree on that we've all kind of, I don't know, dealt with is bullying / mental health. This was a weird one for us to take because anything like bro code, when people talk about, hey, talk about the bro code, talk about, I don't know, what it's like when you lost a job, or somebody asked me in one of the Q&As, you're planning your wedding, what are you doing for it?
Yeah.
Those are easy tasks to take on. But when you're asking us about bullying and mental health, right away we
It's
have
strong
to say
subjects, yeah.
strong subjects.
Yeah.
Where none of us are the subject matter experts.
No.
What we could say though is we've dealt with stuff like that, and so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give our perspective,
There you go.
our stories, and what we did. Not saying it's right, but what worked for us.
Our perspectives on the matter and how we've done what we've done to deal with our experiences with it.
Well, basically, I got bullied because I could barely speak English before.
Yeah.
So, like, they making fun of me, how I talk, how I basically pronounce a couple of stuff. That kind of hurt me a little bit. Is because of I'm still learning how to speak English instead of being born with it.
What do you feel like that either you can do for yourself, or that you've done, or that somebody's helped you with, that kind of has helped you through that?
Well, basically, my ESL teacher actually helped me with it. She said no matter what you say, or actually what you say, they're still gonna understand it, no matter what. Even you point or do like your body language, they're still gonna understand it. And you're speaking like very good English, but you're just holding back. Then, the more he said that to me, I feel like I'm more confident of how I speak and how I pronounce things.
When did it stop, or did it ever stop?
Stopped. Well, I came here in 2009, and it kind of stopped around 2013 when I started being confident to myself and just start talking to other people, and then listening to music, watching videos. That's how I learned how to like speak English and ESL basically. So that actually helped me. I'm just being me. That's all it matters. I'm happy.
I will say, as your friend, I do see sometimes that after a few of these ciders, you open up more. I think that's all.
We all do. We all do. Yeah.
What was the worst that your bullies did to you? Like what? Like, I don't know. Did they like say something that really ticked you off? Like, what was the worst?
Every time the teacher gives me a presentation, like we're doing a presentation, right?
That's the hardest.
Yeah, just like a public speaking. Couple of my class just laughed at me.
Damn, that's tough.
It's hard enough for anybody, much less that. Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, going through that, it's kind of sucked because like you're just standing there and just like
you can't do anything.
What else do you have to do? Like what do I have to do from this point to make things clear?
You can't really do anything. I mean, it's hard enough for people sometimes when they don't have confidence in themselves and they can speak well. Like, you have that disadvantage, and it's like even harder. What are you going to do? You just sit there and take it pretty much.
You just froze up. That's it.
I guess going off what you said and like kind of what you're saying is there's not much you can do with it. I'll kind of transition into my story a little bit on it. But before we do that, how about we chug these and move on to our next cider?
So I'm down. Let's go.
Right. Cheers.
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 No bullying.
No bullying in this room. Before we get into my story, we wanted to try this bad boy, and this was by way of Patrick.
So our next one is Angry Orchard Hard Cider. We're delving into them again, but this flavor is a little different. It's a rosé.
I haven't tried this yet. Have either of you guys tried it?
I've never had it
No,
before.
I never had it.
I've always stuck with the regular, so
What made you get this bad boy right here?
I like the, I mean, it's similar as far as the label's concerned, but I just trying something different. The rosé, you know, the red color. Just the appearance just made me. I was curious, so I wanted to see how it was different than the rest of them. Because a lot of them are. This is apple based too, but a lot of them seemed a little similar to me a little bit from first glance. So I wanted to see how this might be different.
Wait, so hang on. I gotta do something because I did this before too.
Okay.
So let's see.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
looks cool.
Dude. Oh, that's really
Just
cool.
add a little light to it.
You can make this a
aesthetics.
lamp. The question is, does it? Well, yeah. So basically, does it? Like it looks good right now, but does it taste good?
Does it taste good?
Is it all appearance or
All right,
is it
y'all.
the taste?
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right.
Let's go.
Didn't smell before.
Oh,
It's very sweet.
it is sweet. I was about to
And
say
that's
that.
me saying that, and I love sweet. That's very sweet. I usually
I
don't
was
say
about
that.
to say that.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I don't find it that sweet.
It's sweet.
The only word I can really describe it as, it's like really sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah. Not bad sweet,
It's-
just really sweet.
This rosé is sweeter than before. The
You think?
Iron
Really?
Bar, yeah.
I don't even taste it as apple even, do you? Do you taste apple?
I don't know.
It's just so sweet, overpoweringly sweet, that it just doesn't taste like a regular apple to me. I don't know why.
You guys want to try something really cool? Should we all grade it on 3? Like, we should count 3, 2, 1, what our grade is. You guys want to do that?
The what?
Like, we'll all say...
Grade and all say it at the same time.
We'll all say it at the same time. We'll do 3, 2, 1, and we all scream our grade.
Okay.
That way we don't affect each other's thinking. I'll grade it in 3, 2, 1. 7.5. What did you say?
7!
What did you give it?
6.
Yeah, don't we said the same thing for a second?
Really? I
said
said 7.5. You
I said 7. You said what?
6.
Dude, that's close as hell.
That's very
That's pretty.
We couldn't really decipher like amongst ourselves, and we were close with ratings too.
Yeah.
Let's go back to bullying and stuff. So, Adrian, what's your story about bullying?
4th grade, kids, for some reason, used to call me Grandpa Shoes.
Wow.
My parents. This was before.
Damn.
Now I'm gonna bully to my right.
I didn't.
He's bullying.
We're not
me.
bullies,
You just
by the
like-
way.
Damn.
I'm sorry, that was way.
Alright.
That was not ready
messed up,
for.
man.
That was-
That's messed up. You
that
guys
was
don't
gone.
allow that. You're letting
Grandpa shoes.
Yo.
You're my bully now.
We even.
I am not bullied.
That's
Never,
crazy.
ever.
We even cheers to no bully.
We
Cheers to
bully.
grandpa shoes.
My dad was a taxi driver. I think he eventually made his way to being a limousine driver for the United Nations. And that's when he started making a little bit more money and saving up. But for their first couple of years, I was born here, they didn't have money to spend on luxurious things. So unfortunately, me being the first child, I didn't get a lot of things of my own. My first couple of years here, it was hand-me-downs from either a cousin or like a shoe rack that was, on sale. Like I didn't have a lot of like nice things. You know what I mean? But like he'd be like, "Yeah, grandpa shoes and whatever." And he was a big kid, big guy. And I remember like the first time that it got bad, everybody would kind of be verbal about it. And I think because I was young for my grade, 4th grade is a young age in general, but because it happened so early in my life, it kind of started a path for me to always just let it happen. And so he said something, other kids chimed in, I got embarrassed with it immediately, and I was never taught to fight back or to speak up, right? And naturally, I'm just a nice person. I don't think I know how to do that. So naturally, now I can kind of be a professional about it at sometimes. whatever. And it started with that. And the moment that I let it bother me, I think that kid picked up on it. And it became the cool thing to do, to make fun of grandpa's shoes. So more kids started doing it. And it became the cool thing to be the person who does more. So it got to the point where it got physical. And I remember we were going to gym class or something, I forget what it was. And so this other kid, Lewis, was like making fun of me. And so Eric wanted to one-up him. So what he did was kick my shins to make me fall. And the other kid wanted to they were all laughing. They thought it was funny. The other kid came and thought it'd be funnier. Well, you just made him fall. Let me kick him in the stomach. So the other kid kicked me in the stomach, and they all laughed it off. And I never spoke up. Nothing ever happened. I think this ended up going a lot of stories like that. One time somebody pushed me down the stairs. I remember one time I ran into another kid, and he was the group of other kids, and they spit on my dog. It got bad. It got to the point where you could see a difference in me, and I think that's when my parents really realized something, and they had to get it out of me. They had to extract information, where they said, we're doing something about this. They got it out of me. They told me, tell us what you're going through. They kind of, I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I can't really sympathize. I don't know what it's like having a kid. I know what it's like being the kid going through really shitty situations like that. But they said, talk to me. They had me open up, and I did. And I think the smartest thing that my dad ever did, and I don't know if it was my dad or my mom who came up with this idea, was they gave me a diary, and the diary had a lock on it. And it let me just vent everything where I knew it was safe. Nobody was going to ever see it. As a kid, I think that helped a lot. And I don't know if that's healthy. I'm not a professional, but that definitely helped me a lot as a kid, is to just, let it all out.
I feel like a lot of things that people say to be able to help yourself through something like that, like you said, hitting a bag, or you said a diary, is something to obviously get you through it, but it's something to get yourself from being in here to out.
Yes.
So you're not constantly thinking about it. You exert yourself either through force or through, writing. You got to get your thoughts out of your head and out. Because otherwise it's going to spin and spiral out of control, and you're going to get to a point where you're just in a dark place, and that's where bad things happen.
So, couple of things that's you're saying, it's kind of like a problem. So the problem is kind of like a vicious circle in your head. It just keeps repeating and repeating. Somehow you have to let that out.
Yeah.
By doing something.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's harder to verbally let things out.
Yes.
Or share them.
Because you're afraid or you don't trust or whatever talking to someone about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know for me, so the point that I was going to make is, I don't know that the bullying ever stopped. And sometimes the easiest things for us as adults to say is exercise. That's easy. No. But as a kid, how do you tell a kid to go exercise, right? When he does go exercise, he's in the football team, or you force him to do track and field, and those are the people that bully him. So I don't know that that's always the easiest answer. Again, I'm not an expert. Maybe it means taking your kid out for a jog. Maybe it means, hey, playing tennis with them, playing a game of catch. I don't know. I know for me, it got bad, and I think writing things was good. I don't know if the right thing to do, because I went into a really dark place as a child. I got into I didn't ever try anything crazy, but I definitely mentally went into very dark places, and I always thought that I had a safe zone of, my diary and writing in it that I thought was never going to get violated. One day my dad did say, let's open up your diary. I don't know if that was the correct thing to do or not, because I don't know if anything that I wrote in there was completely true or not. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, because it's your personal thing.
Yeah.
It depends.
Plus, you're in 4th grade.
Yeah. But I did
So
say
you
something.
can't-
I did say something that was a red flag to him. Again, maybe if somebody listening to this is an expert, I said something along the lines of, "I don't want to be alive," or something along like and shit. Like I can't imagine you're a dad and you see your 4th grade son write that.
It's scary
You know?
to hear that.
Yeah.
It is scary, and
It is very scary.
You don't
I-
know how to take it if they're serious or not. You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that his I don't know. Is that the right thing to do to check your kids? I don't know.
I feel like it depends on the approach. It depends on how they went about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, everyone's different. Everyone has their own life. They have their own who they trust and who they don't. But I feel like your parents are supposed to be the ones that you're the most able to go to for sensitive things like that, or a significant other, or someone family related or whatever. But like,
4th grade.
so yeah, but at the same time, it's all about how they approach it.
Here's the thing,
Sometimes it's
though.
better to do it earlier rather than let it build up over time.
My
all
thought
happens.
process is this. I think, and I'm not sure, but I think that at the time, I think he had an extra key. And I never actually realized this till like literally right now. I think he might have already had an extra key and maybe
And
already
he's
saw
looking.
it and then was telling me in front of me, let's look at your diary. And I never said no because I've never been taught to say no to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, which
You're
maybe
afraid
that's
to.
maybe that's a thing to teach your kids. I don't know. But he never. So I never said no. Please don't. You know. I just kind of was like okay. You know. And he checked it and he kind of gave me the tough love thing. I'm gonna just say sorry to anybody viewing this because you're probably noticing that this is very choppy. And that's because our camera, SD card, whatever, just kind of ran out on us. With all of that said, me personally, I think as an adult, for me, what's worked, again, I'm not the healthcare professional here, but what has worked for me is doing simultaneously what we just mentioned, exercise and talking to somebody, whether it's for me, my fiance, my best man, a good friend, a best friend, a sister, a brother, sometimes a parent. Sometimes it could even be somebody who you would least expect. You know, sometimes you find guidance or nurturing in somebody who you would least expect. But just that avenue of being able to verbalize things or to get things out while I'm exercising. So I went for a 7-mile run, I think yesterday or something, where I was like dealing with a lot of things and I talked on the phone with somebody while going on this run. It wasn't my fastest run by any means. I think it took like 2 hours or something to do 7 miles. But I was on the phone the whole time. I had my Bluetooth headset on and that helped a whole bunch, is talking and sweating at the same time. For me, as an adult, I think that helped the most.
Nice.
I
Alright,
don't know about you
so
guys.
this is what I bought. So Strongbow.
So this bad boy, we all said, let's get the big shots out for this episode.
Oh my
Go
god.
for it. Go for it.
Just like Adrian said, I took the easy route, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a pretty good bottle. It caught my eyes as soon as
Did you know anything about Strongbow?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. So just like
Did you maybe like talk to the cashier or something like?
I didn't even talk to anybody. It just like looked at it. Oh,
You're
it's
right.
gold. So let's buy that. It it caught my eyes right away.
And if you've ever seen a gold apple, it does catch your eye, right?
It caught your eye.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about this one, and let's see.
Dude,
It's pretty good.
Before we
Eye-catching.
take this swig, man, I gotta say, everybody talks about Strongbow.
Really?
Everybody
I
always
did
speaks
not
so
know
highly.
that though.
I follow so many, like for our account on Instagram, almost everybody says that this is 9 to 10. Like 9.5, or 10. Like everybody talks highly about Strongbow.
Ingredients. Oh.
Okay. I mean, I feel the same way, that the label's appealing. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm excited to try it and see how good it is.
Me too.
Dude,
See if it lives up to the
it's
hype.
got the aesthetics. Let's do this.
Let's
I'm
Cheers.
not gonna ask. Let's go. I just told you you're saying it. I'm sorry.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Wow.
I could drink this every day.
I feel like it definitely lives up to the hype. I feel like you're literally drinking apple juice.
Yes, it is.
You can't even tell you're drinking any kind of alcoholic beverage at all.
Dude. Yeah.
This is so dangerous.
Yeah, it's literally-
by the way.
yeah.
I'm
Wow,
telling you right
yeah.
now, it's so dangerous. Because you're drunk and it's just like, you know, one of those like apple juice that like you have to poke a hole to it and then just like sip it.
Wow.
It's good. It's
Dude,
very,
this
very
is
smooth.
really good.
This is, yeah.
I like what you said about it just tastes like apple juice.
You don't taste any
Maybe
kind
with
of...
maybe with a couple like little bubbles here and there, but it's just apple juice.
A
And
lot
it's
of
good.
ciders, anything else, alcoholic, you always taste that little bit of something.
How
that
much
makes
alcohol
you know
is
that
in
you're
this?
drinking an alcoholic beverage, but with this, it's just
Let's
pure
see,
apple
let's
juice, pretty
see.
much.
How much alcohol's in this? I can't tell.
Some
general women should not drink
No,
alcohol.
it's on.
So-
It's on top. It's 5%.
Oh, is it on top?
Okay.
Oh yeah, alcohol
5%.
5% by volume. Okay. So like
Right there.
most you know, lighter drinks and ciders and stuff, it's 5%, but you don't, as in
5%. It's kind of like a beer though, too.
That is like a beer. Get a little something.
yeah, I mean a lot of ciders
Thank
and
you.
like malt beverages and stuff like that, they all have like that 5%, but a lot of them you can
Mm,
kind of
yeah.
tell that
Yeah,
it's
I get you.
alcohol, but with this you really don't get any of that.
So, like you said about the apple juice, I do feel like I'm just drinking an apple juice.
Man.
It tastes not just like a run of the mill apple juice. I feel
It's
like it
not-
tastes like a good apple juice.
It's not even
Yeah.
that much sweet.
It's not. It's not.
Just
Like,
enough.
what is it?
Yeah.
What, how do you describe it? It's got this crisp flavor to it. Like it's.
Yeah.
It's very appley.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Little bit sweet, but not too much. What's overpowering?
It goes
Just
down
enough,
smoothly.
Yeah, enough to get that pure apple taste out of it.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Dude, I say we do the whole 3, 2, 1 grading again. You know,
All right.
this was good, man.
Yeah. This is a very easy one.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Let's do one last swig and then we'll do 3, 2, 1. Who's counting us down?
Actually,
That's you.
do you guys want to chug this thing?
Oh man, I'm down. I'm down. This tastes like apple juice. You can do it. Peer pressure. Come on, let's get this
go.
boy to do it.
Let's
Let's go.
Yeah,
Patrick. All right, this time. You ready?
You ready?
All right, we're chugging this. You ready?
Screw it, what if-
All right.
2, 1.
Oh my god. That is.
That was good, man. You got some bubbles to drink, buddy.
Wow, that was easy.
I know. That was like easy to do.
You're welcome, Matt.
That was
That was
very-
good.
That was probably
That
the
was really
easiest
good.
one I've ever had.
That was the easiest.
That's
chug
how
ever.
smooth it is. Yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Wow.
I think I could eat that with everything. Anything.
All right.
With
That works with anything.
Appetizer, with entree, and with dessert. I feel like that checks every box that I need.
Steak will be
I could see that.
perfect
Wow.
for that.
I could see that. What do you say about that, Mister?
Like I said, I feel like it's very easy to,
It goes down.
very
smooth.
smooth, like no
Yeah.
matter what, and it's very delicious. I don't know.
All right,
Very
you want to do
good.
3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
10.
Damn.
What'd you say?
I said 10.
I said 10.
think you said 9.
I said 9.
You said 9?
I said 9.
You said 9.
No.
Wow. You and I said 10.
9. I was so loud.
Wow.
Ah, it's good either way. It's fine.
Hey,
Oh, man.
like I said, I'm the same. Simon Cowell.
Our last in store is Mr. Patrick Earhart.
That's cool.
So, whatever you're willing to say and whatever you're ready for, man. What's your story?
I I guess I guess I could start by saying that I think I agree with you that a lot of people feel like no matter what part in their life, there's bullies, whether it comes from when you're older in work to when you're younger, with what those two experienced. And it's hard to really top what you guys said because you had a lot to say. But it's when I don't remember a whole lot. Maybe I repressed a lot. I don't know. I dealt with a lot of it when I was younger.
That's okay, Pat. Let it out, buddy.
I do remember that the little bit I do remember was a lot of things that were picked on were how I looked, how I dressed, how I was, how I acted. A lot of different things attributed to it. A lot of it was in high school. I didn't really fit in very well. I didn't really have a lot of friends when I was younger. I didn't really, have a lot of people to talk to. It took until many, many years I actually met him that actually everything changed. But I never really fit in. Like a lot of people like to wanna, pick something and like try to zoom in on it and like try to judge you off of that. And I feel like in high school it's the worst of it. I feel like everybody wants to like think of even the littlest thing and they want to like exclude you from anything. Like they see anything that's weird about you and they have their little cliques, they have their little little groups and stuff. And I feel like they just, if you don't fit into that, you're weird or there's something wrong with you. And people at that age don't really realize no matter what you say, like a lot of things are hurtful and they don't realize what they're doing to people. Like there was a lot of things. I mean, I can't remember everything in particular, but like what was said to me. But there's still things to this day that like still affect me. Like even to today, none of that really leaves. I feel like it's also very important because when you're younger, that's your developmental stage. And I'm not really sure. I'm not like an expert at this, but I feel like I don't know when that kind of period ends entirely.
Or does it ever?
I don't know, yeah. But I mean, I know when you're younger and when you're developing, that's like huge for somebody in their development and in terms of like shaping them to who they're going to be in the future. I feel like a lot of the things I experienced stuck with me.
Like as you were saying, that's like you're saying that like the word sticks with you. Does that mean like words can hurt other people still?
Oh, 1,000%. Like there's like again like and I think this is also an example. Like you don't have to remember the words. It's just how it makes you feel because you can still feel that to this day. Whether you feel, oh my God, like sometimes it comes back and you're like in a situation and you're like, oh my God, and you don't know where it came from, but like you just get either anxiety or you get uncomfortable and you don't know where it stemmed from, but like it came from a point when you were much younger and something triggered that.
Yep.
And like it never really goes away. And then there's words that literally, stick in your brain and you don't always remember what those words are, but you remember how it felt.
I've been thinking about this one. So this goes for both of you. Would you guys ever go back? And what would you guys do?
Differently?
Yes.
I have an answer. I'd never go back.
Okay.
Because as bad as it may be, 50% is bad, 50% is good. Like you can see it from either side, positive or negative. The bad is that you deal with that in your own mind. The good is it made you who you are now.
Okay.
So it really is how you look at it. But like
Wow.
It's just unfortunate that people have to deal with it. But they, a lot of people say it shapes you to the person you are today. But I don't think I could have really done much different. It's really kids, society, how people are, parenting, whatever you want to call it. But there really is nothing you can really do differently. I think it's just mainly learning to cope with it better because that's what you can control. You can't control what they did to you.
I think so many people lack that forum of being able to say, hey, I'm heard. Hey, I matter because I'm able to be heard. And I think going to kind of like what you're saying, late into your senior year, you found a forum finally to be heard and to learn that you matter. So I don't know at what age this stuff's mattering or if it ever even does. But maybe like something that we can all take initiative with is saying, hey, I see this person is dealing with stuff. Let me just say hi. Let me just hear what they have to say. Maybe they're going to complain. Maybe it's going to be annoying. Maybe it's things I don't want to hear. But sometimes maybe me as a person, I don't know if it's karma. I don't know what you want to call it, what you believe in. But maybe me as a person to make our society, make our company, our school, our team, whatever, our friendship, our social circle better. Maybe the answer is let me hear somebody, you know? Who knows, maybe one day I will need it too. I will need to be heard. But let me hear somebody, let me hear their story. Let me just learn and see what they're going through. And maybe I can help them, and maybe in turn it'll help me, you know? I think the biggest thing we could do for anybody, and ourselves included, is give somebody a voice, you know?
I would say that would change your perspective from
Hell yeah.
their point.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I can say that there's ways to overcome. I think, in summary, pretty much, bullying is unavoidable, sadly. People are going to act the way they act. People are going to treat people the way they're going to treat them from whatever outside sources that cause them to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I came from having absolutely nobody except for 2 people in high school that literally treated me like garbage, and I thought that was friends. I came from that to meeting him, to meeting so many other friends over the course of, I don't know, 15, 20 years at this point. Back then I had nobody. I had 2 people. Now I have so many other friends that I never thought was fathomable in my entire life. There's ways to get through it. I still struggle with what I struggle with, and that's gonna happen. I think you gotta, ride the wave to an extent and do what you have to do. Everybody's different to cope with whatever it is that their effects on you are, and just, ride the wave, and things do get better. Things improve one way or another, whether you believe they will or not. And if there's any way that, I don't know how you guys feel, if there's any way that we can help that.
I can't extend enough what he's saying about if you feel comfortable, whether it's, a loved one, a friend, sometimes a stranger, sometimes whatever. You got to be careful with strangers, but whatever. But if you want to hit us up on our DMs, if you're not comfortable saying what you need to say, or if you just want to be heard and you're not comfortable with putting your Instagram handle out there, you can make a separate account or a separate email. And just, if you want to be heard, just let us know if you have a situation that you feel it needs addressing, whether it's from us or professionals or whatever. We can redirect you to professionals because, again, we're not professionals, but we're always here to hear you. We'll never put your name out. Anybody who wants something to be spoken of, and maybe you just want to hear our perspective or our fellow followers' unbiased opinions. All right, guys. With that said, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm very passionate about our lineup coming up. We have a lot of really cool guests coming up on board. I'm very, very excited. Next week we have our CBD department head, Jeffrey Felber, hitting us up with really cool information about CBD. There's a difference between CBD and medical or whatever you want to call marijuana.
Marijuana.
There's definitely a big difference, and he's gonna kind of guide us through that path, and it's really exciting. We're also gonna have what we call the Phenomenal Twins, right? Our social media experts. We're gonna have these 2 beautiful girls who are just popping on TikTok and killing it on Instagram, and they're gonna teach us kind of how it's done, right? Stay tuned. With that said, let's go. Peace. Just dance. Come.